unfortunate for him, Superpole race in Assen where he didn't really get going. So just a single point from that one as well from Top Rank. Actually, if you look at the peak results, that's another race win for Top Rank Razgat Gioglu, his fourth of the season, the only rider to reach that milestone.
Yeah, and that's why he's top of the championship standings. And if it wasn't for that technical fault that he had in Australia, you'd have to say that he'd be even further ahead. And what we've seen since we've come back to Europe and Catalonia, Assen, then Misano, they're three totally different racetracks, but he's still got all the same level of confidence and swagger that he had on the Yamaha, and I'll be honest, probably even a little bit more.
Yes, it does look like it's given him a new impetus, doesn't he? Admittedly, he said that was one of his reasons for moving, that, you know, a new motivation, a new story, a new chapter and so on. But when you hear those comments, certainly out of a press release, but even out of a rider's mouth, you think, yeah, okay, platitudes. But the reality is that Razgat Gioglu has proven he's got a new energy this season. He's carried it to 4 race wins already.
Yeah, one thing about Top Rank is he hasn't shied away from the notion that money played a role. He said, I'm one of the best riders here, I'm a world champion, I should be paid. But he wasn't going to go if it wasn't going to give him the chance to win races, challenge for championships. And he saw something in what BMW were promising that gave him that confidence. And obviously for Michael van der Mark at the start of last season, we saw some flashes as well. But to do what Top Rank's doing is that next step, and that's what the very top riders in the world can do. They can make that little bit of a difference, and he does that week in, week out.
And great for World SBK, another championship leader. We seem to have had so many podium finishers, so many race victors and championship leaders as well. Here is a look at your race 1 result then this afternoon. Yes, it was settled in the early stages, but still fascinating to see Top Rank Razgat Gioglu become BMW's second ever World Championship leader and their first since the Russian round of 2012. Razgat Gioglu wins race 1 ahead of Nicolo Bulliger in second, Alvaro Bautista in third. Big gap of over 7 seconds back to the race for 4th position. I rather suggested before we got underway that we would have 2 races in one for the podium places and one for 4th position. That's eventually won by Andrea Locatelli ahead of Alex Lowe's. Those two currently contesting 4th position in the championship standings.
Yeah, and for those riders, a good scrap for that 4th position as well in both this race and the World Championship.